I would now like to invite Dennis Riordan, who is here with two colleagues, Adam, who I think many of us know, but I'll let him do the introductions, who is the District Director for USCIS, who are going to give us as much information as they can about the executive order. And I should say, this agency has been terrific. Many people know Adam, who's here in Rhode Island, but this has been an incredibly helpful office here in Rhode Island, and we appreciate Dennis traveling here as well. And they're going to give us kind of an overview of the executive order.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you for inviting us here. It's a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to serve all of you. We came down with the intention of speaking about the unlawful practice of immigration law, and that's an important message. And I would like to speak to you about that. But first, we'd like to talk about our President's executive order, executive actions on immigration. And all of the information I'm about to provide, and John Furlong, who is our Deputy District Director in Boston, and Adam Bergeron, who is the Field Office Director in Providence, who is the face of USCIS in Rhode Island, are here with me. This is actually the first time that I have addressed a group on executive action, and it's a beautiful venue, and the number of people that have turned out today is very impressive. So I applaud the organizers. And one thing that is critical to USCIS and critical to our nation is that we work as a team. We work as a team with the community-based organizations. We work as a team with the congressional offices, and we work in a spirit of goodwill and trust. And that is so important to any success. A government agency cannot do it alone, and you are part of the team as well. You need to have the confidence in the President's plan, and you need to have confidence in our commitment to promote the plan and to adjudicate cases in a thoughtful and proper way. And one thing that certainly relates to the unlawful practice of immigration law, do not be afraid to visit our immigration office in Johnstown, Rhode Island. Or if you're coming from Massachusetts, in the Government Center, in the John F. Kennedy building, we're there as public servants. We're entrusted with a special mission, and it is our privilege and honor to serve everyone that comes into the building and to treat everyone that comes into the building with the respect and dignity that they deserve. So earlier this year, actually it was a month ago, we were in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and we went there on an outreach because people were afraid of government. People who were undocumented, were victims of crime, assaulted, losing their week's wages, sexual assault, and afraid to come forward because of their immigration status. So we went there on December 9th, and we planned this visit and worked hard, and the community-based organizations worked so hard to get the message out, to boost people's confidence to attend. And as luck would have it, the weather was horrendous. We had a team from the Vermont Service Center who specialized on UT visas and VAWA. The U.S. Attorney from Boston, Carmen Ortiz, was to attend, and the mayor of New Bedford was also scheduled to attend. The weather was so bad in New Hampshire and Vermont. I got a call in the morning. There was a 22-car pileup or a 12-car pileup on I-89, and I-93 is bad. And we called the U.S. Attorney's office, the mayor's office, said maybe we should reschedule in the springtime. And we did that, but a group of us went to the site in New Bedford where the meeting was to be held, and over 130 people were there. And that indicated to us that getting out, giving people the message to have confidence in the system, to come out. There are programs that provide relief. And I ask all of you, before we start this presentation, to have confidence in the President's message and have confidence in us as the organization, the agency who is going to administer that program. So with that said, executive action expands DACA. It expands the population. Deferred action for childhood arrivals, it expands the population eligible for deferred action for childhood arrivals. The DACA program is now available to persons of any age group who entered the United States before the age of 16. Previously, the program was limited to those people who were not older than 31 years of age, and people who were born after a date, and that date was June 15th, 1981, were ineligible. Now people who might be 52 or 62 or even older, theoretically, are eligible. The period of work authorization has been extended from 2 to 3 years. The second provision of executive action, deferred action for parental accountability, allowing parents of United States citizens and lawful permanent residents to request deferred action and employment authorization for 3 years in a new deferred action category. The title of the category, New Deferred Action for Parents of Americans and Lawful Permanent Residents. People who apply for this particular status must have lived in the United States continuously since January 1st, 2010 and pass required background checks. Under the President's plan, there will be an expansion of the provisional waivers for people who have resided in the United States in an authorized status. Expanding the use of the provisional waiver of unlawful presence to include the spouses and sons and daughters of lawful permanent residents and the sons and daughters of United States citizens. Prior to the President's executive order, provisional waivers were restricted to the spouses and minor-aged children of United States citizens. The fourth point in the plan, modernizing and improving and clarifying immigrant and non-immigrant visa programs to grow our economy and create jobs. And the fifth point of the plan is promoting citizenship. Promoting citizenship education and public awareness for lawful permanent residents, and providing an option for naturalization applicants to use credit cards to pay the application fee. Sitting on stage, listening to the speakers, and looking at this beautiful hall, it's an ideal place for a naturalization ceremony. and a lady here says, let's do it. Well, we can't do it tonight. But God willing, someday soon, we'll be back and hold a naturalization ceremony in this building. So deferred action for childhood arrivals, a recap, entered the United States prior to your 16th birthday, have lived continuously in the United States since January 1st, 2010, rather than the prior requirement of June 15th, 2007, are of any age, removes the requirement to have been born prior to June 15th, 1981 to be eligible, and must meet all the other deferred action childhood arrival requirements. And we can go over those requirements as well. Not necessary, okay. So that's the important point. Now, unlawful practice of immigration law. We have been out working for a number of years. Our philosophy has been, if we knock on someone's door, if we go to a community-based organization, if we stand in a hall like this and start to talk about UPIL when immigration reform is legislated, it's a bit too late. We need to get out and build trust. There are people out there that want to take advantage of your status, of your situation, charge large sums of money to deliver no service. They're not qualified, and their interests are not your interests. So please, turn away from those people. Don't go to people in the neighborhood who people recommend that you use, and they may share your country of birth. please rely on Catholic Charities, Progreso Latino, the organizations that have served the people of Rhode Island for so long, so loyally, so humbly, with your interests at heart. And please, do not fear coming to the immigration office. We want to serve you. If you have any doubts, if people are calling you, saying there's an application fee, saying there's an application available, there is not an application. We're not taking applications yet. But within the next, well, 180 days from the date of legislation, or date of announcement, which was November 20th, we will begin the program. People in Washington, our leadership, are working hard. They're committed to this program and committed, Congressman earlier mentioned, it's a straightforward program. It's not complicated. And there are people willing, able to help. People in the vestibule of the building today with forms. We have 2 people, 3 people from our office in the back. So don't be afraid to come forward. And with that said, Adam?
First off, I would like to thank Congressman Cicilline, Congressman Langevin, and Congressman Gutierrez for setting up and hosting this event, along with the 3 main organizations that will serve you and help you as you need help with applications. That's Progreso Latino, Catholic Social Services, and Dorcas International Institute. We work closely with them. They are accredited with the Board of Immigration Appeals. That process is not easy to go through, but all of these organizations have done it. They're recognized, accredited representatives who understand immigration law and who are there to help you in this process. So as soon as you hear somebody say, that will be $500, you're free to question that, and it's probably a good idea to do so. Go ahead, visit them, ask, come out to the office. You can even talk to me sometimes. I'm down at the counter, the front counter. I'm happy to talk to you. We want to know what's going on. If you have issues, if you know of things that are going on in the community and you want to let us know, to report them, please come to the office. We're not going to ask you a lot of questions about you. We want to know what you have seen. We want to know what you know. Because there are a lot of people out there, as has been said by many people tonight, who will take advantage of you. Also, I want you to know that as this program unfolds, DAPA, DACA, also the citizenship naturalization outreaches, I'm going to be everywhere in the state. I'll be in Newport, I'll be in Middletown, I'll be in Central Falls, Providence, even maybe Westerly now and then, right? I'm sure nobody is here from Westerly, but. If you're from Westerly, you'll see me. You don't just have to come to us. We will come to you, and that's part of our outreach effort. We do it all through Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine even. Our little Maine office is quite busy with outreaches. And in Rhode Island, we have the advantage of not having a huge jurisdiction, area-wise. So we will be out there, myself, our officers, to educate you, to help provide information that you need. We'll be working with the community-based groups that I mentioned. We'll be there. We have citizenship classes. Come into the office, tour the office. We answer questions at the office. We're happy to go to your place, to your churches, to your offices, anywhere that you can get a group of people together who want information. We can go, and that's the message that I want all of you to understand. Yes, I'm the face of USCIS here in Rhode Island, but we have a whole team back at the district office in Boston who works with me to set these things up, to coordinate, to provide me with the most up-to-date information so that I give you the best information that I can. So I will be there, and I'm happy to be there. It's probably the best part of my job. So I will be out there in the community talking to all of you, and I look forward to it. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to tell you one thing. If you think you have been taken advantage of us, if you think you've been taken advantage of, contact us. Call us or visit the office. We cannot help you if you do not let us know what's going on. So if you think someone has taken advantage of you, let us know. We have people in our offices One of their main jobs is to investigate allegations of the unlicensed practice of immigration law. So please help us to help you. Okay? Now, the other thing is, all of our forms are free. You can call us and we'll send them to you. You can come into the office and we will give them to you. You can download them from the web. They're all free. Anybody who charges you to give you a form is taking advantage of you. They are running a scam, and you want to be aware of that. So please help us to help you, and we'll work together. Thank you and have a good night.